Hey, it's the Scotch Test Dummies back with 2 Arizona whiskeys.
Arizona, baby.
We're going to look at them both.
Boom, we're going to test it. Driverless car style. I'll explain more in a bit.
Southwest style.
Boom. All right, Del Bach, who do these come from? And then I'll explain driverless car style.
Carino 1.
Carina 1.
Carino.
I know. We're going to talk about my dog
gotcha.
too, but Carino 1, and then
Carino
we'll talk
1.
about my dog Carina,
Yep.
also Chupacabra later on this.
Carino 1, as he comments, not his real name.
Yes. Could be.
Carino 1. In the past, had sent us Del Bach Distiller's Cut single malt
This
Arizona whiskey.
Beautiful dram.
Made my top 5.
I have to fight
that
off
year.
sipping on this all the time.
Yeah.
All the time fighting it. This should be drained by now.
Carino said, I think it's time for some more Arizona whiskey for you guys.
Like the way Carino thinks and talks.
So he, from Adventurous Stills, he sent their Peralta Bourbon, 45% ABV. This was batch 13, bottle 23. And then another Del Bach, their winter release, which is a limited release they do each winter, bottled at 50% single malt. So a bourbon from Adventurous Stills, a single malt from Del Bach.
And let me throw something out right now. If there are so many micro distilleries coming around, and if you find one that you like, you think this is quality, but you know you can't even buy it unless you visit that distillery. We probably don't even know about it, or we can't get there. And if you want to help us out, please contact us. We'll give you the address, and you want to send us a bottle, only if you want. But we would love it because I didn't even know Del Bach.
Only if you want to send us a bottle do you have to.
Well, it could be. This show won't continue unless you send bottles now.
If you don't want to send us one, do it anyway.
That's a good point. But you got to admit, I don't even think I'd heard of Del Bach until Carino sent us the first one.
Right.
And I was thinking, what's this going to be? And then I tried it and was like, hello.
Whoa, blown away.
Yes. So, I mean, if you have something that you want to highlight, we would love to have it on the show. But yeah, you got to buy it for us.
63 is going on my Peralta Bourbon, 64 on my Del Bach winter release.
67, Del Bach. 65, you call it the Peralta.
Well, that's from Adventurous Stills. Peralta Bourbon.
Handcrafted, grain to bottle, single barrel whiskey. Adventurous Stills. So we're going with that one first. Ooh. Oh, the autonomous vehicle style. Things coming out of Arizona, and this one is Tucson, but Arizona is very liberal with their state laws on autonomous cars. They're at the forefront.
Well, I tell you what, it's a bourbon. You get it's a sweet. When I first opened it, I had cinnamon and caramels for sure.
Those are your bourbons.
But man, I'll tell you what, there is today's showing is there's a sweet tanginess.
Yes.
What is it? I don't know how to describe it. A little different.
You know what it almost reminds me of? I get a little bit of like the strawberry fruit roll-up from the old days. Remember when it was on the cellophane?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fruit roll-ups. Yeah, they still make those.
And it's a little waxy. It's like a waxy fruit.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Because you're right, that surprises me. Wow, that's interesting. At least that's what I'm getting. Waxy fruit.
Very nice. You want to go in and taste that one?
I do. I'll let you go first. So, I do think I'm going to lose our autonomous car bet, by the way. I made it 5 years ago, right? I've got till the end of 2020.
Actually, it might have been 2013, 6 years ago we made that bet.
So, the bet.
Oh,
go ahead.
I was going to get into
it. No, I was going to fill time, but you got it. I was filling.
Nice, smooth. Doesn't quite feel 45%. Feels a little bit lighter.
I get a ton of popcorn.
Nice sweetness. Not really, cinnamon forward, caramel forward, vanilla forward. Really a nice melding of all those flavors
Dry
together.
buttered popcorn with a hint of sea salt.
Yeah.
But
can
it's
see
got
that.
an astringent finish. That's what I mean by dry. It's very dry on the finish. I thought it was going to be sweeter in flavor.
I think it is. I get a lot of sweetness. Almost a little tropical, almost a little bit like juicy fruit. I just got a little bit of char there. A little bit of smoke. Very nice. And you know what? I mean, I'm guessing it's younger. Newer distillery, smaller distillery.
I love this finish. It's got a little cinnamon on the beginning,
Yeah.
but that finish, that dry buttered popcorn astringent finish.
Plus, I'm pretty sure Arizona, like Texas, it's hot. Whiskey ages quicker there.
But I'm not getting the tumbleweed stuff in here or the
Maybe a very slight hint of that. Maybe that's some of the tang that's coming in there. But other than that, it's very nice. It was very surprising to
all
me.
right, early on I could see a little sagebrush.
Yeah. Not much.
Huh. Again, 3 sips, and the most impressive part on all 3 is the very long-lasting buttered popcorn finish. That is nice. I like
Grain to glass. It's from Adventurous Stills. From lips to belly. It's very nice.
Wasn't sure which part of the body you were going to there. I always have to make sure I really enunciate grain to glass. And I don't like it. I know sooner or later I'm going to blow it in a live show. Oh, we're going to clear there. Now we're going into the Del Bach. Now I can't remember her name, but you'd even reached out and emailed the owner, and I can't remember her name off the top of my head. Do you remember? Is it on here anywhere?
I want to say Amanda.
Could be. I don't see it anywhere on here. Because we let Amanda know and sent her a link. We really loved it. And we gave praises to Carino so that if he
Actually,
came back in.
she emailed us.
Oh, really? You didn't
Yeah,
email
yeah.
her?
Uh-uh.
She saw the show and emailed us. Great. Whew.
Now there's some of the
Yeah.
the heat, the sagebrush.
Yeah. It's like a pine box.
Smoked. And this is mesquite smoked as
I
well.
like it. Really.
Yeah.
Tucson, Arizona. Tucson's been blowing up.
Make sure it's
Blowing up.
mesquite. I'm pretty sure it was mesquite smoked.
All right, winter release, fleeting, savory, different cast finishes, and blended solely by taste. One of a kind single malt, never replicated. I don't see it saying mesquite anywhere.
Oh, you know what? Carino had to sent me a piece of paper. I think that's where it was at. I
okay.
should have brought that. I did not.
It's meant to be shared around a bonfire. Toast to communal celebration. I love bonfires.
It is bottled at 50% ABV as well.
Love it. Only there could you do a bonfire in the winter. You do a bonfire here, you ain't gonna be enjoying it.
Nice sweet cinnamon. Some of that sagebrush. The Texas Arizona heat. The extra stuff that brings out of the wood. It's very nice. Very nice nose.
Okay, I'm gonna pour a little bit of this. We'll sip at the end. I'm trying to figure out. There's a taste near the end, and right before the finish. Ooh,
Nice smoke. Now I'll tell you what. It reminds me a little bit of the brimstone from Balcones.
okay. That sagebrush power.
Which a few years ago when I didn't really care for. I've grown to like the sagebrush. I've grown to like some of the smoke. I would like to go back to the brimstone and try it again and see how it hits my palate
You
now.
noticed I've been picking up a lot of Balcones.
Yeah.
We could do a Balcones family shootout sometime.
Seriously, dry tumbleweed. If you picked up if you're driving down the highway and you see a tumbleweed rolling across the road in front of you heading for the watering hole, stop and pick that tumbleweed up and take a bite of it.
Okay. You know what I get
Maybe
from
even
this?
light one end of it on fire and get some smoke going and
I
then
get-
eat it.
A mesquite beef jerky, because I just had some recently, so it had that sweet brown sugariness
Yeah.
underlayment,
Yeah.
that smokiness, And then there's a savory kind of finish here that I like as well.
50%, very nice mouthfeel. Nice finish. It really hangs in, keeps going. It's the gift that keeps on giving.
What do you get in the finish though? Because for me, the finish drops off a little faster.
You think? It's hanging in there on my palate.
What do you get?
That's where that bite of the tumbleweed that's on fire is coming in at. There's some caramels. There's some smoke, man. It's got that tumbleweed. Just if that smoke drifted into your face and you accidentally took a gulp of it.
Gulp of tumbleweed. Sounds like a band.
Cinnamons, caramels, brown sugars, maltiness, fire,
Let me
tumbleweed.
try some water in both of these. So, boom, you want to drop?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to go bam. And another sound effect, the bloom. And then I'm going to give what I call a
Sploosh.
dollop. Little. All right, hold on. Let's see. Let's give that a little swirl. Another swirl.
Man,
Yeah, you are. He ate too fast.
I ate too
before we
fast
came
trying to get over here so we could get to filming. Del Bach is an ancient term meaning from the place where the river reappears in the sand.
like a natural spring.
Or a mirage.
Boy, I'm trying to really. There's
You got
not
a
much
whistle
else.
going on with the nose.
So I got
I bet
punched
you
a
the
few
mic's
times.
picking it up.
There's probably another small person like when you can hear nasal noises. They don't like that too.
Huh?
Well, there's the clinical term for people like mouth noises.
Oh.
Remember what it's called?
ASMR or something,
Yeah,
wasn't
well,
it?
So then there's probably something where you can hear a nasal breather. Someone out there like, I got the nasal breather syndrome. I don't like hearing a deviated septum.
I liked them both right off the bat.
All right.
Both very surprised. Yeah, I was going to go to the distiller's cut from Del
That's
Bach.
a
Now, I know this
distiller's
is
cut.
killer.
We love this.
Yeah,
I fell in love with it.
apparently.
I did. Look at that.
You said you've been trying not to sip
I've
on
been
it.
trying. That should be gone. That should be dead. And you're like, hey, grab that Del Bach. I'd be like, gone. I don't remember. This is good, but I don't remember it being as good as this.
Oh, yeah. No, I agree. And that's what I thought when I sipped it, too. Good. That distiller's cut is just phenomenal.
Woo!
You can't
Wow.
can't compare stuff to it. Yeah. There's some wine cask finishing going on with their distiller's cut, though. It's different from batch to batch. And it's cask strength. That one's higher. What is the ABV on that one? 58?
Amazing.
60.
60.25.
Yeah.
This
is good.
Yeah.
So,
This is good. Still good and different.
I'll go back to the Peralta Bourbon, but I think
I'm
that
gonna
I've
finish
got
with
too
it.
much of the Del Bach on my palate.
Again, we're in interesting times. And like this, have you ever even heard?
Go back to the bourbon now with that on your
That's what I'm
palate.
gonna
It
do.
really became a lot sweeter.
Yeah. Not much different though. The key here is that it's after the swallow. The buttered finish. The
I'm going-
popcorniness.
I'm going 87 on the Peralta Bourbon and a 90 on the Winter's release.
I'll agree with you with the 87 on the Peralta. I'm gonna go 87 again on the Del Bach. I don't even remember.
So they're both the same.
No. See,
said
the number
87.
being the same, yes. They're both the same, no.
One's not
they
better
were
than the
scored
other.
the same.
One's
Yes.
not better than the other.
They're both 87s. That doesn't mean, if you were to say which one's better, I would lean probably toward the single malt.
So it wouldn't have a higher score,
It would not.
even by 0.5.
No, I don't do that.
So you're admitting it's better, but it's got the same score.
I lean toward a single malt. I like the barley influence better. But if I'm scoring it, 87. The bourbon to me comes in almost a little flat, but I love the finish. This Del Bach has a lot more flavor all throughout, but I wouldn't say there's one single thing that stands out. But that popcorny finish on this bourbon really is nice.
They're going nice together, going back and forth on the palate. They're both kind of accentuating each other. It's kind of like a beer and a chaser, or a bourbon and a chaser. Beer chasers like go back and forth. Good.
Wow, that'll jack you up. Like, woo! I'm chasing liquor with liquor. All right, before we finish, I know we might have something. Do you want to do that? And then I'll talk about the Chupacabra. How do you want to do it? Let's do those.
Nope, let's, in interest of keeping it shorter, go with the Chupacabra. We will skip Traveling Dummy till next week.
All right, so those, if you've tuned in for any length of time, every once in a while we film here on set, the German Shepherd, also known as the Chupacabra, because of my wife's Puerto Rican heritage, Karina will go nuts. Someone will be outside, she'll see a squirrel, the postman's here, who knows what's going on. Every once in a while we've had to stop the show, and whenever she barks, I go, Chupacabra.
You couldn't resist it.
I couldn't resist it. Every time. He's like, aren't you tired with that? No. Sadly, you will not be hearing the Chupacabra again. She passed away. She was starting to have some medical issues. She was only 4.5. It was pretty rough. I mentioned it last time we filmed. Her back legs had quit working. She was totally there cognitively, and it was really, really hard. Whew. And won't talk any further because I had to take her, and then we had to put her down, and it was rough. Yeah. So no more Chupacabra, and I'm for now, but I don't replace dogs right away. I feel like I got to suffer the loss for a while. Just like if you suddenly quit being my friend.
That would take a while to get over.
It could happen.
That would take a while.
At any time, it could be like, we're done. We're done. I could not replace you right away. All right, it takes some time. I would have to feel the loss, and then boom, new friend.
Yeah,
because you can only have one at a time.
Really, the tough part as well is you got 2 boys.
Yes.
Younger.
Right.
Love the dog.
Yes.
So I mean that's tough for kids.
Yeah,
well.
Bo wouldn't come.
For us.
Yeah, I felt way harder on me. Bo wouldn't come, which is fine. He actually got with me later and said, "Are you mad at me because I didn't come when we put her down?" I go, "Absolutely not. I was going to tell you not to, but I wanted you to make that decision." Yeah. And he goes, "Well, that was a good thing we talked about it," because he was like, "I thought you were mad because I didn't come." I'm like, "Nope, dude, I wouldn't have gone."
Yeah, if I could have got out
her
of it.
Her back legs weren't working. I had to carry her in. Oh, and you're carrying her to her death, and it's just like it's the right thing to do. But she's like, ooh, hey, and I'm giving her Cheerios, her favorite treat, and I'm like, this is terrible. So, all right, so love the Chupacabra, love Shepherds, but we'll have a quieter set for probably quite some time. And those that have been over here have even met her. She's a great dog. So, anything else?
She liked McAllen. So, do you want to send something?
Yes, like down homie. We'll drink some. And yeah, I loved anything. She was Supernova. If you wanted to send cases.
Just kidding.
No, you got to keep it light. She was a great dog. That's what you're looking for. I will tell you, I had a mutt once that passed, and we were like, about time. He knows what I'm talking about. That was not her. I felt great loss with the Chupacabra. So, Scotch It, you Scotch gods.
Cilantro.
Dummies.